Hello, crafty friends. This is the Paper Chef here. Welcome to another Christmas in July card making session. I finally got to play with my trucking along bundle. I mean, who doesn't love a cute red pickup truck? So this is what we're going to make. Wishing you a festive Christmas card. So you're going to need the little tree stamp, and we're going to put it in the back of the pickup truck. I'm just getting out my glue. You're going to glue that onto the truck and then pop up those with dimensionals. Got those all handy. We're going to off stamp, meaning stamp once and it was too dark, stamp again. And so it's called stamping off. We're going to use old olive for the tree, real red for the truck, real red for the sentiment, which I think I've already done. Looking in my bucket of crafty goodness, I already did that part. Wishing you a festive Christmas. So just so you know, this is created from the Stylish Shapes dies. Okay, and then these trees I thought were too dark when I stamped in old olive, so I stamped them again. So let's, off stamp that. So we'll do the truck. So I want to concentrate on the truck because you're not going to believe how easy it is to make this truck. Like I thought I was going to have to do Stampin' blends. I didn't know how cute it was going to come out with the stamp. But I did do the black part after. So that just seemed to work better for me. So we're gonna try that again. And we're gonna try whatever works. Because if it works once, it usually works again. So I'm gonna take out the pickup truck. And I'm gonna take out the outline of the pickup truck. So you need the black outline. I'm not doing all this business with the wheels. I'm just coloring with the blends. So just this and this. And then this one here, right? Wishing you a festive Christmas. You're gonna stamp your sentiment in that. That's pretty much it in the tree. Now, the tree has two parts to it, so the one part's going to be black, and the one part's going to be old olive. So you need the two parts of the tree. Now, this is available now. Everything I created in the Christmas in July series is available. Well, I'm pretty sure. Well, it was as of yesterday. Now, the reason you want to do these in July, you want to get these in July, trucking along, horse and sleigh, so very merry, is because we have dollar days or bonus days. So for every $50 you spend, you get a $5 coupon that you can use next month. Let's put that over here so that you can see that, trucking along. So that's why you want to shop in July. And then you can use the credits in August. Now, let's get a stamping block. Put that one there. Yeah, so stamps get stained the photopolymer stamps tend to get stained. Just going to put it on your stamping block flat side up, like so. Now, always test it on your grid paper to make sure you have a good stamped image before you stamp it onto your paper. And you can also use a silicone mat. I'm just going to make a couple of these. Let's go ahead and, okay, tap, tap, tap. Put it far enough away so that you still have room. Oh, be careful how hard you push because the window. So don't push too hard because the window will get filled in. And you want the window to be blank. Now, if it doesn't fill in the exact way you want it, you can always get a marker. This is, well, that's poppy braid, but you know what I mean. You can always get a real red marker and fill it in. So let's see. Poppy braid. Okay, so here's so if you're stamping in any little spots, have little white spots in them, just go over and kind of go over it with your marker. All right, so that's good. And let's do another one over here. Okay, put that over there. Again, don't push too hard or the window will come out all red. Let's see if we can do one this way. Just so we can fit two on a paper. Ooh, that came out nice. We'll try one over here. That way, if my black part doesn't come out good, I can still, use these. Now, usually, whenever I'm doing the 2 steps, this is called 2-step stamping, I usually tend to put my black part on first. But for some reason, when I did that, I couldn't get the truck to line up right. So I put my red on first. That seems to work. So let's try the truck now. So just put it flat side. Okay, let's see. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, good. Now we're going to put this down so it's kind of like I can see it here. And it lines up. I'm just going to get over the top of it. And hopefully that lines up. Pretty good, pretty good. There's a little notch is what, so right here in the truck, there's a little notch, and that's the part that you line up, the little black notch. And of course, if you have a stamparatus, oh my God, that one came out perfect. Oh, I didn't mean to take the Lord's name. Well, it wasn't in vain. I was saying, oh God, like as in good. Now look at that. So you're gonna line up this notch. See that little notch on the back of the truck? Well, you can't see it. Maybe you could see it on here. This little notch helps you line up the two-step stamping. That's what I used to line up the whole thing. All right, I'm gonna do one more before I. Hopefully we get another good truck here. If not, I'll just flip it around the other side and try that. Oh, that came out so nice. Oh, okay. We are happy. We're going to do the tree in a few moments. We're going to get back to the tree. We're doing the tree in black and old olive. So let's do our punch. Now this punch is a truck builder punch. So you can use it to build the whole truck. Like even if you don't have a stamp set, you can build cute trucks with this punch. You got wheels, you got the hubcaps, right? Is it not a hubcap? Fender, right? And a window. So you could do a lot with just that. But we're only doing this part, right? You're getting in there and you're just doing the truck part. Now this punch, I realized, I know you're going to be bummed out. It's probably not available until October. That was last I checked. But of course, I see Janet here. Maybe she could check if it's any. I mean, I highly doubt. Once in a while, you just check and things are randomly available. But I highly doubt it. So what I do is now, don't throw these parts away because, although one of them just flew somewhere. What I did is I threw them into my bucket. I just threw them in the back of here. Okay? And that way I have them for later in case I end up building a bunch of trucks. They're just in my little, this is my random one. Now this little tree, by the way, would be cute in here too. This little tree is from, what's the name of it? I'm trying to think of the little animal, Zany Zoo. This is from Zany Zoo. So that would look really cute in there too. Hey, that rhymes. Zany Zoo would look cute in there too. So now let's get the other one. Punch it out. So just center it in there. Sometimes it's better to keep it flat. But, I mean, it's easy to cut out either with your machine. You know, use your ScanNCut. You can use your ScanNCut to cut it out, or like if you don't have the punch, or just cut it out with scissors. Dare I say, cut something out with scissors. Just throwing those parts over there. Now, we're going to do the wheels now. And we are going to have to cut out the tree with scissors. Alrighty, let's see. I think I used smoky slate, so I'm just going to go ahead. I'm using the light smoky slate for this. All right, so if you want to get any of these items, these are called online exclusive items, meaning they're not found in the paper catalogs. They're just found online at my Stampin' Up! Store. And that's my store, paperchef.stampinup.net. And if you're a new customer, this month, you're going to get the catalog next month, the new mini catalog. Without even doing the form, I'll definitely send you one. But otherwise, if you want to fill out the form, that's all in the link in the description beneath this video. If you want to fill out a request for a mini catalog, they're free to you, not free to me. But so if you're already getting one, don't fill out the form again. But I will send you one next month. And the catalog goes live in September. So I'm just using the smoky slate. And if you want, you could do the steering wheel. If you want. I didn't do the steering wheel. Let's do the steering wheel up here. All right, so that's it. Let's see. Wink of Stella, of course, is cute on there. Let's do this while so for this one, It doesn't really matter if you do the black or the old olive first. Let's go ahead and put the truck over here. Okay, this is the black part. So you're gonna, so this is the black part, right? And I'm just, can you see it? I'm just stamping it onto the mat. So the black part, I'm just do a couple trees. Hopefully that I get the trees the way I want them, and if not, we'll stamp some more. And now you're gonna put this old olive one. So what you're gonna do for that is stamp on, stamp off. Like wax on, wax off. So stamp on, right? Well, first stamp on, making sure we get a good stamp, and then stamp off. So after you stamp once, then you're gonna stamp onto the tree over here. Just to make it lighter. Okay, came out nice. Let's try that again. Stamp on, stamp off. Okay, so I like that one even better. Maybe I'll do one more. And this time I'm just gonna do this one first. Oops, see how that came out too dark. So what I did is I was stamping on and then stamping off. Because I thought when you do it the first time it was too dark. All right, so that was old olive. Why old olive? Because I'm using the One Horse Open Sleigh Designer Series paper, and that was one of the colors that coordinated. So for another, why am I stamping off with the black? Nope, the black doesn't get stamped off, just the old olive. So I'm gonna move this down here. I don't know if that lines up. Yeah, see, it lined up. All right, let's go, let's cut this one. I'm just trying to put a piece of paper there so the glare isn't on your eyes. So this one you have to cut out with scissors. Well, you don't have to, but I mean, it's a lot quicker than using the ScanNCut. But the only thing I did for this is leave a little bit of an outline because you're putting it into the back of the truck, and the punch left a little bit of an outline. So I just sort of bend the paper, and then I use a little bit of a lip like that. That's going to be to glue your tree into the back of the truck. So you're going to make that little area something to hold it. And it's easier when you cut to sort of bend the paper, to keep on cutting and bend the paper around your scissors like that. I find it's easier. And I usually do these kind of cuts. Like today I was watching a presentation, and I just watched and just cut the trees out while I was watching. And then whenever there's a break, I run over and stamp. Or else I wasn't in the Zoom, I didn't have to participate, so I was just listening. So I would just turn off my camera, go do some stamping, and then come back and cut the tree and still listen. So I listen to a lot of things like audiobooks, podcasts, and like things while I'm crafting, Zooms. But then I get to cut while I'm sitting there listening. So I still left that little bit of a white border around it. See? So just like that. Now that way, you have the little piece there to glue it into the truck. Like so. So you're putting this, I might have to use a pin. Whoops. Okay, lots of glue came out on that one. We'll probably use, I'm going to make another one and use some of the glue from the first one. So sometimes it's just easier to cut them off like this to be able to cut around them. So you're making your little lip. So what kind of things do you guys listen to when you're crafting? It's very hard to watch a movie, but it's easy to watch things where you don't have to look up or you already know the characters. Like some kind of series. Okay, let's see. I'm just cutting out the next little one. Oh, thank you. She's saying, Nubia's saying, lots of work goes into these videos. Please like them. Yes. I know I need to work on that more by asking people to like and subscribe to my videos and all that good stuff. You would think after 1,000 videos I would have remembered to do that, but thank you guys for doing it for me. I'm here to serve, but it does help when you guys like the videos and it helps grow the channel so more people can enjoy the fun stuff. Now, see, the reason I did the second one is so I can use the glue. See how much extra glue was on there? I was trying to get rid of some of that glue and use it on this one. All right, so there you go. So now you can put that on there and just sort of, oops, got glue on the front of the truck. Okay, just push that on there like so. And now you can pop up the whole truck. So that's good. And then we'll put some Wink of Stella on the truck. Whoops. I just make sure the truck doesn't overlap on the front, so it's just kind of sticking out of the truck like so. We'll do this one. Okay, good. And then I'm going to save this little guy because it still might be good for, you know, one of my trucks. Stick it in my bucket of crafty goodness. This is no longer going to save that. This scrap is fine. Put that in there. See, so like sometimes I save little scraps, and that little window I'll probably save. All right, so now I'm going to get the Wink of Stella. I don't know which one has glitter in it. Looks like it has some glitter. Da, da, da. Put Wink of Stella all over your car. And all over your tree, because it's a festive card. We're going to put some bling on. And be careful, because this one, unless the ink is dry, it's some... See, my wheels are already getting a little pink, because this stuff does make the red run a little bit. But this sure beats using the blends, and I really love how the stamp already has the little highlights on it, like for the white parts of the truck. It sure beats using the blends. So these are going to be super easy to make. And without, like, if you were doing this with kids, you could just have them make little trucks without even worrying about the, you know, you could just have them use the truck punch. I mean, they can make fun trucks without even using a stamp. All right, we got those, we got these. Now we need the paper. So let's pick our paper. But first we have to pick our, we'll pick our paper, but we have to pick the cards, like see which kind of cards I have. So let's see. I was using these pieces of, if you could see this, I was using these pieces of embossed Misty Moonlight I already had from one of my card clubs. I already had a bunch of those made. So we can use them still. And then let me see what kind of card bases I have. Okay, I have Old Olive and Real Red. So that's, let's see how these open. I guess we could just, we'll do one of each. Okay, so because then we can do this and we could do that. So we got that. So now we need the paper. So now that we know the card base and this part, I mean, I could just go ahead and attach that part, right? And I attach it embossed side up, like so. It's the embossed side up. So now that we know that part, we can pick out the designer series paper, and I'll just look at the patterns and see how the truck will go. And we're going to cut it a little smaller. And I'll write the measurements for the card and for this embossed layer. Because this is our only vertical card we made in the Christmas in July. Most of the cards were, I believe, horizontal. Get that glue to dry, because otherwise this kind of stuff, it'll buckle because it's an embossed piece. So I push it down a little bit to let it dry. I'm just fixing my little bend on this. I'm going to grab out my spatula. I see the card was a little wonky at the top, so I was fixing that. All right, so that's good. And sometimes when you have a little bit of a wonky card, because I made these bases before I had my rotary cutter, so my cards got a little wonky. But now with the card club, I invested in a rotary cutter. All right. So if you do want to join the card club, you get card bases made for you, like so. You get these pieces made for you. Not on this. We're not doing a Christmas one. Maybe we will do a Christmas one, actually. Depends on the holiday catalog. All right, so let's see. I want to just see if we could work with this deer, if it's going to be... Oh, my goodness. I think it'll work. I think he can be driving in front of the deer. All right, so that's definitely one. We're not even going to vote. The deer is going in there. You can vote on the next piece. All right, so let's see. I still am not sure about this piece here. So let's take it and see if we could. I mean, just the perspective. All right. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna use that for something else, but let's see. All right, house. Let's see, one of the. Okay, so we have Christmas Village. We already did deer. I'm gonna say. And okay, house. Either house. Because I've already done, my sample was already this piece here. That's what I did. Instead of putting it at an angle, you see how I did it? Instead of making it an angle, I sort of made it like a flat scene. So I've already used that piece. So, okay, so one or two. One or two. For your scene. And then we just have to cut it. Let me get my trimmer. Okay, looks like 1 and 1. So we're gonna, it'll definitely be the tiebreaker. All right, it's gonna be the 1 because it's the tiebreaker. I mean, 2 people already voted for 1. So we're gonna make this 3.5, but I have to get some off of each side because I don't want to cut out the deer, right? So just sort of like, let's try not to cut out too much because we want the tree to frame it. So let's see on that side. Okay, we're doing 3.5, right? So I just wanted to make sure I didn't I wanted the deer to be somewhat centered. So we're gonna put something like that, okay? And then we get the trees. Awesome. See what I mean? We're gonna put 3.5. And then it's gonna be by 4 3/4. So let's see. I think I'm gonna go for that and have like not as much of the bottom, but it depends on the truck, right? So if I do it there, I don't have enough for the bottom. So I'm gonna do something like that. So I have enough room for this truck, right? The truck can't block the deer. It's too cute. So we're going to go something like that, right? So that the truck doesn't block the deer. And then we can do the 3/4. So just keep in mind your pattern and where your layout is before. Oh, too cute for words. I love that little deer. And then we're going to do that again. Let's see, 3.5. Well, okay, we need our truck to help us where we're going to put it. So we can be way up there. So we can go for this one by 4 3/4. So I can go for this. I can just go like that, right? I already know it's 4 3/4 part is good. And then it's a matter of the 3.5. Well, I want some of these trees. So we just I want some of that little house. Let's say flip it around, 3.5. Okay, so that's kind of how you do it. You have to kind of sacrifice both sides of the paper to get the cool parts of the paper. But each piece of paper will make a scene. So that's what's really nice. Now we got to put that there or here, we'll see. So we're going to say 1 or 2. So do we want 1, meaning that layout? Well, forget the trucks for a second. Just put those over there to the side. Do we want 1? Just make it easy. Or do we want 2? Like that over there. And this over there. So the first layout would be the house on the left and the deer on the right. And let's make sure they're open in the right way. Okay, so 1 or 2. Okay, so 1. So this way. All right, good. So now we're going to go ahead and do that part. Our layout. And the ribbon was going to be on top, so we'll put that like so. I like not knowing how things are going to turn out. It's kind of fun, right? So we're tying in the colors of the real red and the old olive, right? By doing a little bit of each thing. Because there's like with the old olive in the back of the truck, it ties in that color for the card. And with the red being this, it ties in the red. And then we're going to also use a little bit of ribbon to tie it in. So it's kind of nice. So this way, now I'm going to put a little bit of this rolling adhesive up there for the ribbon. Let's do this one. I finally found a really good use of the deer because the other cards didn't look right with the deer because of the sleigh. It had to be horizontal and it was like kind of blocking it. And you don't want to put a deer with the horses in the sleigh. So I'm glad I finally have a reason to use that deer. Okay, so now we have that. So let's write down the measurements so far before I build the card with the ribbon. So at least you can make the cards with me in case you're sitting there wondering. So let's get out a pen here and just do this. We're going to say, whoa. What happened there? I think it's trying to write I think I just put an indentation on my table. All right, 11 inches. I didn't realize you could do that. Wow. I'll put some paper under there. Okay, 11 inches long by 4 1/4 inch high, and then score at 5 1/2. So this is an A2 card. So that's how to make this card. So, right? Like so, right? It was 11 inches, scored at 5 1/2. Okay, so far so good. And then the first layer was cardstock, and it was 5 1/4 by 4. And then the next one was a 1/2 inch smaller than that. So we have 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And you just do that this is a card template you use when you want to show. Because yesterday, remember, I blocked, or it could have been the day before, I blocked the cute little piece of embossed layer. And I was like, I didn't want to block the embossed layer. So whenever you want to highlight a layer, use a 1/2 inch instead of a 1/4 inch. So this one is going to be DSP, and this one is going to be cardstock. All right, so now that you got your measurements, now we're going to take our ribbon. We're going to use the ribbon that should still be on clearance. It was recently on clearance, and it's in your next kit. Well, actually, we'll cut them both together. And this one, which is one of my favorites, so it's called the Real Red Faux Linen Ribbon, which was on clearance. And then this one is a online ribbon called White Glittered Organdy Ribbon. These ribbons are fantastic. And I always trim them together. It's just so much easier to cut ribbon when it's together. So you just want it to go across the card. So something like, just sort of measure it across the card. Yay big. And then cut it at an angle. And I put the red one down and then the next one down. So before I use, what are they called? Dimensionals, I put these down. And you don't want them to be too much longer than the card because they'll be hard to get in the envelope. And then make this one overlap a little bit at the same angle. Here, wait, let's look at how we did this one. Okay, yes, we did overlap it at the same, just making sure we put the glittered organdy on top. Now, when you put your festive Christmas, I put the festive Christmas partially on the bottom like this because your adhesive's already covered, right? But now, the reason I put it down like this is because it's easier to stick onto the paper than it is to stick onto the ribbon. So put these at the bottom of as much as you can at the bottom, but not hanging over. See what I mean? I'm putting this down low a little bit like this. Not quite at the top. And that way, some of these dimensionals stick on the paper part. Right? So it's kind of overlapping like so. All right, so there you go. Got that one done. And we'll do this one. You can just watch me do it again. Oh, by the way, whenever you go to my shop, there is a host code, but don't use the host code at paperchef.stampinup.net. Use a host code to be in my drawings, but don't use the host code if your items are $150 or more, because then you're going to get 10% free Stampin' rewards from Stampin' Up. So only use my host code if your order is less than $150. You'll be entered into the drawing. But you'll still get your rewards of your coupons. It's just that in addition to your coupons, that's good. It's only hanging out a little bit over. In addition to your coupons, $5 for every $50 you spend, only during the month of July, you can get, this is Real Red Faux Linen Ribbon. You can get 10% free stuff in addition to your coupons. And it's like, the way I look at it is you're paying for shipping anyway, you may as well get the whole amount, especially if you're using your wish list. All right. putting a couple dimensionals on that guy. And then we'll put our truck there, and we'll put a little Wink of Stella on our truck. Oh, no, we did Wink of Stella on our truck. So we've done the Wink of Stella, so I'll show you the other cards. I'm going to say hi to you guys. And I put a little Wink of Stella. Oh, what I was doing with the painter's tape, guys, is just like, say you have your end of your ribbon like so. And it just helps keep the ribbon from unraveling. That's what the painter's tape is good for. It doesn't rip things. All right, so what I did is I went like this with the Wink of Stella. There's a little sparkle on the edge of each of these. It just adds to the bling, and we still have some snowflakes to add. I always add the snowflakes last, or whatever you're going to add. Say, you know, your pearls or festive pearls, whatever you want to add those last. Oh, and this stamp set is good year-round, too, because, like, you can do sending you sunny thoughts, and then you can do fresh, what is it? Farm fresh, right? That's good, farm fresh. It's good. All right. You know, for farmers market stuff. So I'm going to put that there and that there. I might even put it, I don't know. I guess I could center it. As long as it doesn't block the little deer, I can center it in this one. Yeah, right down there. Oops, going to move that up so you can see. So I'm putting those there, and then I'll put the snowflakes on. Then I'll show you the other Christmas cards. So who's late night crafting with me, or possibly early morning crafting with me if you're from Australia? All right. Janet, yes, I'm busy, but in a fun way. Janet, thank you. Okay, Tassie's getting some ideas for the truck. Loves the set. Awesome. Hello, Tassie and Hilda. And Phil from Florida. Bpree from Georgia. Got the bundle today. Good timing. Hello, Midge. Hey, you're working with this today too. Awesome. Good timing. And Yvonne. Yeah, I couldn't help it. I wasn't playing with it. I was like, I gotta play with it. Trucking Along stamp set is available. Bundle and punch. Really? Awesome. Oh, no. Bundle and punch isn't. Thank you. Okay, good. Janet clarified. Okay. So on my store, you can buy the Trucking Along stamp set. And you could do all this, but you just got to cut out the truck. Or use your ScanNCut or something, right? You're not going to be able to get this punch until, the last time I checked, it was October. Kind of bumming. And by the way, that was this stamp I put inside. Got that stamp from, I used a piece of Very Vanilla on the inside of this one, only because it's just what I happen to have laying right here. And I used that stamp from this one. And a Happy New Year. So wishing you a festive Christmas, and then I put, and a Happy New Year on the inside. So yeah, so the bundle's not. All right, when you do the lineup, dots in the middle and works, okay. Took you 4 times, dots in the middle works, okay. Dots in the middle. All right, hold on. You mean, okay, let's see. Dots in the middle works. Okay, she might be talking about the red part. Okay, not sure. Not sure what part you're talking about, but I know what you're saying. It took you 4 tries too. Everything's like live and learn. I mean, yes. Vicky from Arizona, hello. Nubia from Miami. Anna from Melbourne, Australia. Thanks for all your voting. All right. Just putting, all I'm doing lastly here is putting these little embellishments on the back of my truck here. The little popping up the dimensionals here. Let's see. I'll just use the edge of the dimensionals and then put them over here. I'm still cleaning up the crafter math of last night. All right. Put that right down there. Without blocking the little fence. If this were like a horizontal card, I probably would put, I'd probably put it off to the side more. But since it's a vertical card, it's kind of centering it. Like, I mean, that would look cute over there or over there too. But if you have it over here, it looks like it's driving into the scene. But I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to center it. that's because I was stamping both sides of the paper, as you can see. Put that there. So this was stamped in real red, outlined with the blending brush with Old Olive. So I inked the edges with Old Olive. And that's the Stylish Shapes dies, which I use for a lot of things. And a lot of times you get parts in your kit. And so my wheels are a little bit pinkish because when you do, I'm just going to kind of go like that. See if I can spread out the pink. When you use Wink of Stella over your real red, sometimes the ink bleeds into it. All right, so that is all there's to it except for the snowflakes, which I always do last. And these are part of the online exclusives. So let's start with the copper snowflake. Put one of those over there. I'm just going to start with the big snowflakes. Everyone's getting a copper snowflake here. We'll put one over here, over there. Okay, now we'll do a gold snowflake. Put that on top of the tree. And I'm going to use a medium-sized snowflake over here. The scene's already busy. Okay, so then we can go with the small copper over there. Okay, we'll put one over there. Now we can go with, let's do one white one. Let's see. I can put a white one over in the trees because it gives a little contrast. And we can do another white one over here. Kind of halfway. Right, so that's good. I put like 5 little snowflakes on that one. And then let's go with a white one on that. And then maybe a little bit of a gold one down there. Put a little baby gold one on this tree over here. So I'm just using 5 snowflakes on each card. You can put more small ones on top if you have room, but there's not really that much room. So there we go. That is our cards, and that's how to do it. This is how we do it. And I will now show you what we made with Horse and Sleigh. And then I'll show you what we made with Jolly Jolly something here. So Very Merry. So first I'll show you Horse and Sleigh, and then we'll show you So Very Merry. See which one you like. Maybe you like them all. Maybe your wish list is like mine, growing a mile long. Oh my goodness, I saw the new catalog and I was like, oh my goodness. Hello, Karen from Arizona, Donna from Australia, Jan from Huntley, Illinois. All right, so this one I used for this one, Horse and Sleigh, I used the real red for the sleigh and pecan pie for the horse. And then lots of different colors of grays in there. And then we used 'Tis the Season to Be Jolly from this other set, because that's what you voted for that night. So we used this sentiment. Thank you, Anna. And then this one, Sending Warmth Your Way, was my sample, Sending Warmth Your Way. And then this one, I used Wishing You a Festive Christmas, which was from the set we just used, inked up with a little bit of Pool Party, or no, Misty Moonlight on the edges, I guess. And little Wink of Stella on the horses and some snowflakes. This paper's fantastic for the background scenes. It looks like you've done all this stamping and all this work. And you really don't have to do a lot of work at all for these backgrounds. So these are the Something Fancy dies. And again, that's the Stylish Shapes dies. All right, love them all, Midge is saying. All right, now we're going to show you the ones we made. If you were already here, you saw them. But, hey, I treat every video independently. So if you missed my other video on Christmas in July, we did one on Horse and Sleigh, showed you how to color these. We did one on So Very Merry, and then today we did the one on Trucking Along. So all 3 Christmas in July videos are up on my YouTube channel. So this one is So Very Merry, and for this I used the lemon lolly for the dress of the angel, the brown hair because I was making an angel that looked like me, and then I did the different kinds, like light smoky slate and light gray granite for the wings. And that's Old Olive for the leaves. And because it's stained glass for these, I alternated between light and dark Old Olive and light and dark Lemon Lolly. So for these, it's good to use the stamping blends as opposed to, and I use stamping blends for these, as opposed to the trucks, which are just 2-step stamping. So there's different techniques on each video. And then this one had the little 1/8-inch border, whereas opposed to, and these are all the same design as far as the border goes. And the card, except all these cards, all 8 of these or 7 of these, all have this orientation. So it's a different size card. Now for the Santa, I used a real red, light and dark. Wink of Stella on the hood. Lemon Lolly for the bag because it makes it look gold. And a little bit of gray granite, smoky slate for the beard. And then I did a little bit of a color lifter to make the beard a little bit lighter. And then I used Pool Party for the outside of the stained glass. And then the fun part about that set is that this set coordinates with this punch. So Very Merry coordinates with this 2 3/8 inch punch. Hey, see myself. All right. So that is all for Christmas in July. And we still have some fun on this channel. We are still working on the Beautiful Balloons bundle, which we're going to finish up. That's this bundle. We're going to finish up that series, the July series. We might hopefully finish up in July. What do we have? One more day only? Oh, look at all these little bling. They just keep moving my stuff around. It falls off. So that's what the workshop was for Beautiful Balloons. Let me see. Right now, my Hey Chuck workshop series is open. I've been playing around with these roosters. Super cute roosters. I've been playing around with how to color them, and I'm coming up with different color schemes. And I already have my bucket of crafty goodness, like You Rule the Roost. I mean, how cute is Hey Chuck? So this is what the August workshop series entails. Now, also in my channel, so this one was just the Christmas in July was just like a one-off. I just do, whenever there's cool products, I just show you things. But these are ongoing series. So I've already done 6 parts of the Beautiful Balloons workshop series. And then in August, I'll do several parts of the series for the Hey Chuck. My bundles are always based on a stamp set and dies, as opposed to my card club, which are only based on a stamp set only. So this month's card club is over, and it was based on Bird's Eye View. And that was the July card club. Let me move these out of the way so we're not confused. Next month's card club is based on Sea Turtle. You can still sign up for the Hey Chuck workshop series, and you can still sign up for the Sea Turtle card club kit. And here are the cards we'll be making in card club during the month of August, using the Sea Turtle reversible stamp set by Stampin' Up. And you're going to get Let's Go Fishing paper and Hello Irresistible paper in your kit. All right, so that's all for now. This is the Papered Chef. Have a great evening. Thank you for watching.